The Earth has been breathing like this for tens of millions of years. But nobody noticed until 1958, when an oceanographer named Charles David Keeling devised a way to accurately measure the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Keeling discovered the Earth's exquisite respiration. But he also discovered something shocking: a rapid rise, unprecedented in human history, in the overall level of CO2, one that has continued ever since. It's a striking departure from the CO2 levels that prevailed during the rise of agriculture and civilization. In fact, the Earth has seen nothing like it for 3 million years. How can we be so sure? The evidence is written in water. The Earth keeps a detailed diary written in the snows of yesteryear. Climate scientists have drilled ice cores from the depths of glaciers in Greenland and Antarctica. The ice layers have ancient air trapped inside them. We can read the unbroken record of Earth's atmosphere that extends back over the last 800,000 years. In all that time, the amount of carbon dioxide in the air never rose above 0.03%. That is, until the turn of the 20th century. And it's been going up steadily and rapidly ever since. It's now more than 40% higher than before the Industrial Revolution. By burning coal, oil, and gas, our civilization is exhaling carbon dioxide much faster than Earth can absorb it. So CO2 is building up in the atmosphere. The planet is heating up. Every warm object radiates a kind of light we can't see with the naked eye: thermal infrared light. We all glow with invisible heat radiation, even in the dark. This is what the Earth looks like in the infrared. You're seeing the planet's own body heat. Incoming light from the sun hits the surface. The Earth absorbs much of that energy, which heats the planet up and makes the surface glow in infrared light. But the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere absorbs most of that outgoing heat radiation, sending much of it right back to the surface. This makes the planet even warmer. That's all there is to the greenhouse effect. It's basic physics, just bookkeeping of the energy flow. There's nothing controversial about it. If we didn't have any carbon dioxide in our atmosphere, the Earth would just be a great big snowball, and we wouldn't be here. So a little greenhouse effect is a good thing, but a big one can destabilize the climate and wreck our way of life. All right, but how do we know that we're the problem? Maybe the Earth itself is causing the rise in CO2. Maybe it has nothing to do with the coal and oil we burn. Maybe it's those damn volcanoes. Every few years, Mount Etna in Sicily blows its stack. Each big eruption sends millions of tons of CO2 into the atmosphere. Now, combine that with the output of all the other volcanic activity on the planet. Let's take the largest scientific estimate, about 500 million tons of volcanic CO2 entering the atmosphere every year. Sounds like a lot, right? But that's not even 2% of the 30 billion tons of CO2 that our civilization is cranking out every year. And funny thing, the measured increase in CO2 in the atmosphere tallies with the known amount we're dumping there by burning coal, oil, and gas. Volcanic CO2 has a distinct signature. It's slightly heavier than the kind produced by burning fossil fuels. We can tell the difference between the two when we examine them at the atomic level. It's clear that the increased CO2 in the air is not from volcanoes. What's more, the observed warming is as much as predicted from the measured increase in carbon dioxide. It's a pretty tight case. Our fingerprints are all over this one. How much is 30 billion tons of CO2 per year? If you compressed it into solid form, it would occupy about the same volume as the White Cliffs of Dover. And we're adding that much CO2 to the air every year, relentlessly, year after year. Unlucky for us, the main waste product of our civilization is not just any substance. It happens to be the chief climate-regulating gas of our global thermostat, year in, year out. Too bad CO2 is an invisible gas. Maybe if we could see it. If our eyes were sensitive to CO2, and perhaps there are such beings in the cosmos, if we could see all that carbon dioxide, then we would overcome the denial and grasp the magnitude of our impact on the atmosphere. But the evidence that the world is getting warmer is all around us. For starters, let's just check the thermometers. Weather stations around the world have been keeping reliable temperature records since the 1880s. And NASA has used the data to compile a map tracking the average temperatures around the world through time. Yellow means warmer temperatures than the average for any region in the 1880s. Orange means hot. And red means hotter. The world is warmer than it was in the 19th century.